Hi, everyone. My name is Brian Palermo. Thank you for checking in on my final deliverable for our integrated marketing campaign for Marketing 752. So let's jump right into it. Hinoki oil, that is what I'm going to be pitching today, and I'm going to tell you a bit more about that. So let's get right into it. So really where we will be focusing is within the essential oils. Hinoki oil is an essential oil, but I decided to list kind of these other markets just as a reference point. So I don't know that we're particularly competing within the home fragrances market, but just giving you a sense of the valuations for each of these. So within home fragrances, you see a 2019 valuation of 6.7 billion with a growth rate of 4.4% through 2025. In aromatherapy, same year, same valuation of 1.37 billion with a growth rate of nearly 12% through 2029. And in essential oils with a 3.4 billion valuation and a growth rate of 9%. It should be noted that the company Grandview, which I used for this market analysis, stated that the growth in home fragrances was actually partly due to an awareness around or growth in aromatherapy. So just something to note there. Our main competitors in this space, I mostly looked at essential oil companies as our main competitors. doTERRA, Young Living, Plant Therapy, Revive Essential Oils. Those will be our direct competitors, and some possible indirect competitors, within the home fragrance area would be candle makers, fragrance berries, scented oils, companies of those makers, and possibly even pharmaceuticals as we look into aromatherapy as a method to use other products for mental and physical health and well-being. So could be a potential indirect competitor there, but that's our marketplace analysis. Our target market, we're looking at women aged 25 to 54, college educated. A big piece of the growth in these markets was in discretionary income, or with more people having discretionary income. So, which is why we chose a $40,000 income range for single women, and then for married women with a total income of 50,000 or higher. We're looking in urban and suburban households, and then work from home professionals. We, in terms of kind of the personality characteristics, that we learned about through our text, looking for achievers, makers, and strivers. Generally, folks who are, really conscious of their mental and physical health and want to take care of that. So also, in choosing women, anecdotal evidence often supports that. These are the folks who are purchasing products to make their home smell nice and keep it clean. And so that's who we want to be targeting within our target market. Our positioning is going to be strong in the attributes and benefits area, as well as the use and application. But really, when you think of Hinoki oil, you want this to be a product that you're using as not only something that is going to make your house smell nice and your spaces smell nice, but it is something that is actually a product for your use and benefit for your mental and physical health. And we're going to be advertising it as a natural and safe product because Hinoki oil is actually derived from coniferous trees, so pine trees, spruce trees. Hinoki oil specifically is derived from a Japanese cypress. So it is a natural and safe product. But as far as those health benefits goes, you're looking at stress reduction, you're looking at lowered blood pressure, and as we'll talk about a little bit later, it actually improves your immune system through the increase of something called natural killer cells in your blood system. So we are, again, strictly a benefit product, but also through the use and application piece is that the added guided meditation that's going to come as that is something that'll go along with our product. And so you'll see that in our pricing differences there. This is pretty competitive for, or a pretty similar pricing model for the rest of the essential oil market that in terms of our main competitors, $29.99 for our oil and $79.99 for the oil, the diffuser, and the guide for guided meditation. So that's our positioning strategy there. For our spokesman, of course, we had to choose someone that could speak directly to the benefits of Hinoki oil. We couldn't, make this stuff up. So we had to go straight to the man himself, Dr. King Lee, who is the leading world expert on forest medicine. He's an immunologist. He's a founding member of the Japanese Society for Forest Medicine, and he's the author of that book that you see there, which is Forest Bathing, How Trees Can Help You Find Health and Happiness. But he's done a lot of scientific research to look at the use of hinoki oil for reducing stress, reducing blood pressure or lowering blood pressure, and a host of other health benefits. So we wanted to choose him so that he could be our credible source to explain the benefits of our product or of my product. Looking at our media mix, the ways that we want to advertise our products, we're going to be pretty leaning heavily on, on online and social media advertisements through pop-up online commercials, through social media accounts, through vloggers and influencers, but we'll also be using in limited capacity product placement in popular television shows or in shows on streaming services, and then also in targeted ads within magazines as well. So I'll explain those a little bit further here in just a moment, but that's kind of the media mix that we're looking at. Like again, heavily more so on the internet side and social media, and I'll explain the ways that we'll be using that. So with all that in mind, we have our slogan. And so it was kind of our entry slide. You'll see this one more time today, but this is kind of who we are. So we wanted to choose something that communicated what our product does for you and how you should see it. So hinoki oil is supposed to be something that when you smell it, it's very woodsy, it's citrusy. It's supposed to make you feel as though you're taking a walk through the woods. It's supposed to remind you of being outside in natural settings where you can relax and take a deep breath. By promoting the health benefits of our product, again, we want you to see this as something that is going to directly benefit your mental and physical health. And so when you do this, when you're using hinoki oil, you want to literally be thinking about breathing in something that is good for you. And so that's where we chose breathe in outside for a better inside. And we feel like that captures that pretty well. I keep saying we, it was just me, but it sounds better when you say the collective we in here. So that is our slogan, breathe in outside for a better inside. In looking at the types of pop-up commercials that we're going to be using, so online ads, think about these being used when you navigate to a new website and a commercial starts playing, or when you are trying to access other services online or different media, and you're forced to watch a short commercial before you're able to engage in what you really chose to do. So we'll have two. We'll have an emotional appeal and we'll have a rational informational appeal. But in our emotional appeal, bear with me as I walk you through this our short commercial here. So we see in and we have our at-home professional. She's looking stressed. She's looking a little overwhelmed. She's probably sitting in front of multiple monitors. She's got the TV on in the background. She turns to look at the TV. What does she see? On the first channel she's on, she sees stay-at-home orders, coronavirus cases on the rise. She quickly changes the channel. She sees two politicians yelling, screaming, causing a ruckus. She changes the channel again. She sees a study on climate change and how it's impacting the quality of our air and impacting communities across the world. As she's trying to take that in, a notification on her computer pops up. It's an email notification from her boss. Before she can even begin to read that, kids bust into her room or to her office because she's working from home. And then her phone rings and there's all this noise and you see her start to have a moment, right? And before she can do anything, she turns, she presses her diffuser, and as it starts to diffuse, her scene around her dissolves, and she's taken to the woods and it's quiet. And the only thing you hear is the sound of a stream, and you might hear some birds. And she takes a deep breath and she lets it go. And she is seen looking calm and serene. And at that moment, a woman narrator comes on to the commercial and says, in a world full of stress and demands, sometimes you have to focus on something as simple as your breath. Take a break and take a breath. Hinoki oil is a naturally occurring essential oil that is proven to reduce stress, strengthen immune system response, and improve sleep. Hinoki oil, breathe in outside for a better inside. And as this is being said, our diffuser is there alongside of our oil, and it fades in, fades out, and that's the end of our commercial. So that would be our emotional appeal. It is supposed to make the person feel that stress, feel that stressful environment, and then feel the sense of relief when you are kind of transferred to that natural setting and you're able to breathe and take a moment. So that's what we want that commercial to convey. For the informational and rational appeal pop-up commercial, of course, we'll be using Dr. King Lee. He's going to be describing the benefits of this product. So again, bear with me as I walk you through this one. So we see Dr. King Lee. He is taking a nice deep sniff of a Japanese cypress, and he turns and he looks at the camera and he says, "Hi, I'm Dr. King Lee, an immunologist at Tokyo's Nippon Medical School, a founding member of the Japanese Society for Forest Medicine, and the leading world expert on forest medicine. I'm here today to tell you about the restorative power of Hinoki oil. But first, did you know Americans are among the most stressed out people in the world? A recent Gallup poll showed that 55% of Americans report feeling stressed throughout most of their day. Stress can wreak havoc on your mental and physical health. Increased stress levels are linked to high blood pressure, digestive problems, muscle tension, depression, anxiety, insomnia, and can even weaken your immune system. We are facing a stress crisis, and we must take action to address stress in our lives. One proven method for reducing stress is engaging in forest bathing with the use of Hinoki oil. Hinoki oil contains plant chemicals known as phytonicides, which have been found to boost the immune system. Evergreens like pine trees, cedar, spruce, and conifers are the largest producers of phytonicides. Studies have found that exposure to phytonicides increase the numbers of and activity of natural killer cells, which help fight off disease, decrease levels of stress hormones, increase hours of sleep, improve mood, and lower blood pressure. I diffuse Hinoki oil in my home and office on a daily basis. When you purchase a bottle of Hinoki oil and diffuser, you'll get my guided forest bathing manual with instructions on how to engage in breathing exercises in your home to maximize the benefits from your Hinoki oil. The manual will also instruct you how to practice forest bathing in natural settings near your home. Don't let the stresses of life impact your mental and physical health. Use Hinoki oil and breathe in outside for a better inside. And again, as that is said, our product will come onto the screen and will fade away there shortly after. So again, he is giving credibility to the benefits of our product. He is telling you the other ways that it can be used as a actual physical or mental health practice, or a health practice, if you will. And he gives credibility to our product. So that is the informational and rational appeal commercial there. We also have the vlogger and influencer promotion. So this is a great way, since we're going to be using social media a lot. This is how many products are marketed these days. And so it's a great way for our product to be displayed. It's a great way for it to be showed from not the company itself. And so bear with me as I have another one here for you. Hopefully you can hear this pretty well. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Anna Banana. Shout out to all my subscribers who have joined today, and thanks for tuning in. As part of my health and wellness series that I've been doing throughout the month, I want to tell you about a product that I've been using that has made my house smell so good. But the real joy is it makes me feel so relaxed. I don't know about you, but I've been really stressed lately. I'm missing seeing friends, going out to get drinks, doing yoga classes, and being stuck inside all the time is really getting to me. While working at home, I've been experimenting with some essential oils, and I can't get over how good the Hinoki oil from Hinoki Oil Incorporated smells. It's really woodsy and citrusy, and whenever I diffuse it, I feel like I'm taking a walk in the woods. I do think it also helps me focus on my work, and I honestly feel like I've been sleeping better since using the product. Every night, I put a little dab of the oil on my wrist and on my temples when I'm winding down for bed, or sometimes I'll even grab it and apply a little bit before running out for groceries. What really sets it apart from other oils is that it comes with Dr. King Lee's guide on how to maximize the benefits of the oil right in your own home. I highly recommend his breathing exercises whenever you just need that moment to center yourself. If you'd like to try the hinoki oil, which I absolutely think that you should, go ahead and click on the link below and take 15% off of your first purchase from Hinoki Oil Inc. You can also follow Hinoki Oil on Twitter and Instagram for new product releases, forest bathing exercises, and beautiful forest scenes. Thanks for checking in today, and don't forget to see what else I'm featuring throughout the month on my health and wellness series. Remember, you matter, you are important, and that's why it's so important to take care of yourself. Namaste.
Oh, sorry, couldn't quite figure out how to change on there. Shout out to my wife for being a good sport there. But no, I just want to follow back on that. But again, great way to promote it. It kind of leads into our social media, right? So that's going to be featured on social media accounts to get promoters, influencers to promote our product. But it's a great way to connect them to our other social media accounts. And so that leads us to our social media. Which we will use to, promote sensory media, such as maybe chimes and other nice sounds to use while you're engaging in those kind of breathing exercises. It's a great way to interact with customers. We could offer guided meditations and forest bathing practices online. We can also be used as a source of positivity and encouragement, and encourage our followers to take breaks and to take a breath. We can also use it for sales promotion with customers who are engaging with our accounts. Now, one of the drawbacks of using social media, of course, that we learned from the text is that it's not always easy to measure the success or the reach of other social media. So, but with that, we'll use some of the metrics that were put in place, such as unique clicks, number of subscribers that we have for our different accounts, and the number of tags and mentions that our product gets used for. We'll also be using in limited capacity product placement, just because it's cheap, and that's kind of the main thing, is that it's not really cost prohibitive. So if we can get in with agreements with popular television shows or online content that are popular with our target market, such as Grey's Anatomy, if I could go back in time, maybe it would stick it in a Friends episode or two. Looking at today, though, maybe on The Bachelor, so using reality TV as well as a place for product placement, just for brand exposure, brand awareness, and just to see other people using our product. Lastly, looking at our use of magazine ads. So this will be on a limited basis. The nice thing about magazines, of course, is being able to really target in on our targeted market. And so we'll be using magazines such as Women's Health, Yoga Journal, and Prevention Magazine. Obviously, we'll be touting the health benefits of our product in these areas. One area that we could use it as is using gatefolds, including that nice scented paper. You would see the gatefold, you would see our product on the front, you'd open it, it would open to a Japanese cypress tree, and you would get the nice hinoki oil smell when you did that. For our measures of success or reach here, we'll be looking at total circulation of the magazine. And of course, I had to choose Gwen on the cover of Women's Health because I think this is definitely a product that she would support in her Goop lifestyle brand. So all that being said, you've learned about hinoki oil, you've learned about the benefits of our product, you've learned about our positioning, our slogan, our spokesperson, and you know what? Hinoki oil is an actual product out there that you can use and diffuse. And I recommend that forest bathing book as well, if you're interested in learning more about that. But thanks for tuning in, and have a great one. Take care.